Look at Kira's base. Look at that choke one more time. I just, yeah, he's not planning to play aggressive anytime soon.
Yeah, Kira doesn't mess around when he chokes. When he chokes, he does it like a jealous husband. He's just building 13 bunkers, and he's not going to be losing any Marines to any sort of attack. He's going to have tanks behind this, and Marine knows he's not going to be able to kill him. He's not an idiot player. He's been around. He's played against top players all the time. He knows he's going to have to go carriers or something to win this game, and that's exactly what he's doing, it looks like.
The bunkers are the stage of safety from storms. I mean, the attempt storm just kisses.
Yeah, you remember a couple weeks ago we casted a series, and it became a pretty talked about play by MaFia.KiRa. He killed 62 Marines of Pro Hardys with two storms. Because Hardy had the cute little 2 or 3 bunkers, and then just a cluster of infantry right here. And Kira just went and killed 62 Marines. So Kira definitely not going to let that happen to him. He's going to cover his Marines. Storm does no damage to structures, as you all know. So putting those infantry in the bunkers is going to keep them safe from storms. And Kira doing a great job with the turret spread. A lot of times you'll see players kind of start over here on the edge and slowly build over. And that's a mistake because a lot of players nowadays are smart enough to drop from the side and avoid that. So Kira doing a good job with the turret spread all over his base.
And you see with this attack, you're wondering probably why Marines is sending in a few units here. It's to waste or get rid of his pylon space.
Yeah, Marine isn't just trying to be an idiot and kill Kira with 3 zealots. He's wasting the supplies slowly so that he can stay maxed and keep map control, but at the same time slowly get his carrier mass up. That way when Kira pushes out with mass Marine tank, he can bust out with 18 carriers and just overrun him, and that's what Marine's plan is so far.
I want to see MaFia.KiRa's base, actually, and kind of get a quick view of exactly what his tech level is or what he's going for barracks is. He has a few of the factories coming up, and I'm assuming him to start kind of building mass barracks on this time. Instead of choking, he is building a few extra armories, it looks like, so we'll see what this is going to be coming out of. I mean, he has to expect something crazy coming from Marine. And here's just another Marine waste of zealots. Yeah, they're just not going to do anything. It's almost like a UMS game from what we're seeing. And Kira's doing a great job in just keeping his upgrades up. These 2 armories definitely tells me some tech in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And Kira needs to get some scans up. I think he did spend a scan, so he probably knows carriers are coming. He needs to find a way to get some starports up. He's going to need... it's really hard to win when you're in this position for Kira without wraiths because carriers, Marine's macro and his economy is superior given how the early game went.
This is Kira saying by killing those bunkers, it's time for me to play some StarCraft.
Yeah, it looks like Kira's going to push it out, but he's in for a big surprise when he runs into Templars and cannons. That Templar has 3 storms available to him.
Death storms. Death storms. There's making great placement of them. It takes 2 storms to kill the tanks alone, but not with cannons pressing on them. It doesn't.
Wow, how noob am I at math? I thought 175 was 3 storms. 2 was 150, so.
It's okay. Once again, shows the improvement. No, that's what's so good about this. Doing the commentaries, it requires us to do hardly any math, and it works out pretty well for both of us.
Yeah, and Kira is going to be trying to just take some territory in this map, but great job by Marine. He's got a great cannon spread, going to buy him plenty of time to get a bunch of carriers and a bunch of interceptors, and Kira's going to have some trouble here. I don't see any Wraith. Yeah, he's starting to get the starports now. Maybe that's for a vessel, though, for EMP. He needs about 5 to 6 starports pumping cloaked wraiths, and he needs to snipe observers and take down carriers.
He's actually gonna need all the assortment, all the above. He's gonna need the vessels for the EMP shockwave, and he's gonna need the cloaked wraiths.
This situation is what is toughest for the average player to overcome. When you're late game Terran vs Protoss against mass carrier, I see so many average to decent good players have trouble against mass carrier when you're Terran. It's just really hard for the general fastest player to overcome.
And it's original StarCraft too. That's what
so
makes
you don't have any stim for any medics for your stimmed Marines, and you don't have any Goliath range, so it does make it harder on StarCraft Original.
Because on StarCraft Original, in Brood Wars, the Marines with stim and medics, they make a great counter. They kill the interceptors like butter.
Yeah, and so do ranged Goliaths. You'll see on low money when the Protoss. I remember like 8 months ago in the low money professional scene, pretty much every Protoss versus Terran, the Protoss was doing 2 base carriers, and they were just owning Terrans until eventually I think it was Flash that started just raping every Protoss that did it to him.
And Flash is this like young all-star gamer that just come out and. I mean, he really looked up to Boxer. I mean, as a Terran player must do, I'm sure. Oh, well, we have some Arbiters
cloaking the 2 Arbiters cloaking carriers, and this is the tough point for Terran. When this is where KiRa just goes shit.
Yeah, when carriers come out to play.
This is when KiRa knows he's in for a long uphill battle. When you see this many carriers, you're just like, damn it.
I saw a cute little shuttle there from Marine too. I wonder what's in there. Maybe some Thames or something. I don't know. You get to do that. Carry a couple Thames or a couple Reavers to help give some.
You know what would be just the uber sex? You bring in a shuttle with 4 Templars.
Yeah, exactly.
And then just drop them underneath your carrier, storm really quick, and pick them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that would be kind of hot.
Yeah. What do you think Quane's gonna do? Just shove these right down his throat, or do you think he's gonna go from the side?
I think it'd be smart to use these carriers to take over the choke and then go for Mass Zealot. That's what I would do.
Yeah, he has all the gateways or so, and I would do the same. And Pro Marine actually has a lot of money. I would just start a whole nother base of just gateways too.
He needs to either take this choke and then go Mass Zealot and overrun him, because you'll expect the Terran to switch to Wraith, and the Wraiths aren't going to do anything against Zealots. I mean, you could have 20 Wraiths, not going to kill Mass Zealot.
It's like throwing a paper airplane at a human. It's just like, oh, okay.
Or
unless you give him the eye.
Or he can use these carriers to kill a territory on the side of the Terran base, and then use the Arbiters to recall some units.
Okay, we actually have 2 battles going on. It looks like KiRa's playing a little aggressive on the front. I mean, is he wasting his Marine units? I don't think he is, because I think KiRa has plenty of room to build more units. I think he's just trying to gain some position on him.
Yeah, see, now what's really important in this matchup is to kill this territory and then come in with one of these Arbiters and recall units here right underneath your carriers, and that makes their carriers
lockdown. I didn't even see that coming in.
Lockdown. And the main is gonna go down. There's nothing he can do. Jeez. Nothing he can do versus 100.
Plus the storm.
And he did recall. That's the only way he could get Templars here. He used the Arbiter to recall some Templars and stormed, and that's gonna spell curtains for KiRa. I don't see KiRa winning this game late game without a main. There's not versus somebody the caliber of Pro Marine. When you don't have a main and Pro Marine has pretty much every advantage in the game, it's pretty much over for you, in my opinion. So, but we'll see if KiRa can overcome that and figure out a way to get himself back in this game.
If you're wondering why Marine is backing down these carriers, it's probably because his interceptors are just gone. He's probably at 4 carrier. And that's not good.
Yeah, I see a lot of Pronasses make that mistake. They fight a big battle with carriers, and then they just keep going. And you're fighting with carriers that have, 2 or 3 interceptors.
Oh, look at that Ghost just coming out. He's the Ghost Rider of Ghost. Just coming out all by himself. I don't need a fleet. I don't even need Cloak.
Yeah.
I'm just going to lock this carrier down.
That's the Indiana Jones Ghost coming out just to get that one carrier. That's his life duty.
Yeah, crack his whip and then die. Okay.
But yeah, Pro Marine not really going for mass units. He's sticking with the carriers.
Do you agree on that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he didn't go for the choke. If he would have killed the choke, then I would agree switching to mass. But he did a great job to take the main. And I think he knows a player at KiRa's level, he's satisfied just to kind of slowly pick away, take an advantage here and there, and eventually slowly win the game, which it looks like he's doing a pretty good job doing. KiRa's pretty broke. When you have 1,500 minerals and 1,000 gas 20 minutes into the game, that's pretty broke for Terran. When you got your Protoss opponent with 13,000 minerals and 4,600 gas. So it looks like Pro Marine is going to be able to kill off a few probes, and that'll help him get 1 or 2 more carriers. So it's going to be really tough for KiRa to win this game, but he does have 3-2 upgrades.
And he's kind of 2-2 actually.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I saw a 3.
Yeah, that's okay. That's right. It's that math we're talking about.
Yeah.
It gets you. It gets every player.
But Marine has the 2 upgrades on his interceptors and his carriers, so...
Click on Terran unit real quick.
Yeah, we got...
I just want to see... I think he's actually was kind of wasting those Marines so he could maybe build more SCVs. Now that he's lost his main here, he's required to have a higher substantial amount of SCVs.
Yeah, and...
For food space.
He's trying to get aggressive here, but I think it's going to be a futile attempt Marine going to be able to come around here to the side and do the same thing. Maybe take out this command center and recall another Templar Storm Drop.
Or just even get Terran supplies.
But this is a mistake. Marine only with one observer here. See, that's what I was talking about. If KiRa was pumping Wraith, cloaked Wraith, he could come out here, assassinate that observer, and then just murder these carriers, and Marine would be pretty much a dead fish on the beach.
Dead fish on the beach?
Dead fish on the beach.
I will say beach well. It's bigger, it's better. Why not? And KiRa deserves more than that. No, just kidding.
And carriers become very retarded when they don't have interceptors. They will just charge in because they don't have anything to attack. But Marine doing a good job pulling it back and queuing up the interceptors. And the three arbiters, he needs to recall.
He's target firing the command centers. I think he's going to go for the other one as well.
Oh, if he stops KiRa won't be mining at all. Yep, he is targeting the command center.
He has no money already.
And when you got, 13, 14 carriers like this, those command centers fall in like 5 seconds.
Oh, Ray's coming in, and I think he has...